Welcome to How to Start a Website 2.0. You can find the blog article that goes with this session at howtostartawebsite2.com/theme menus. Okay, so we have just a few more things to go over in going through the Graphene free theme settings. There were some advanced settings that I'm not going to touch, at least not at this stage of the game. As you become more familiar with navigating around in your WordPress dashboard, and you become more comfortable, maybe somewhere down the line, if I get enough interest from people saying that they want more advanced training, we can take a look at that in the future. Right now we're just focusing on getting the very beginner up and running and comfortable enough to start blogging every day. So to wrap up, we're going to go into our dashboard, go to Appearance, and go to Themes, and we're going to select Menus. Okay, so the nice thing about this theme, we are able to customize what we want on our navigation menu bar. We don't have to have every single page that we ever create show up. So this is very easy. You just give your menu a name. I'm just going to call it Main Menu. And now we're going to create the menu. So click on that button, Create Menu. And now here again, if you want all of your pages to automatically show up in that bar, you can click Automatically Add New Top Level Pages to this menu. And that's what WordPress would do by default with other posts or other themes that don't give you the option to change that. I don't like that, so I'm going to leave that off. Theme locations. Do you want this to be your header menu, a secondary menu, or your footer menu? Now, there are certain pages that I don't like including in my top bar navigation areas, and that would include things like my privacy policy, my disclaimers, or my disclosure pages. I always put those down in the footer, but there are pages that I don't know anybody who ever visits those pages, but by law you have to have some of these pages depending on what you're doing. So that's the nice thing about this theme as well, is you do have multiple places to put your menu bar. So in the main menu, we're going to make that the header menu. So I'll toggle that and save that. What do we want to show? Well, I would like to show my About page and my blog, and we'll add that to the menu. Now, if you don't like the order they showed up in, you just pick them up, drag and drop, and you can change the order. And if I save this menu and come out to the front site and refresh, now we just have About and Blog. And as you saw, I also got rid of the Home option. I always make people click my header to go back to Home. I don't like including it in my navigation menu. So now let's create a footer menu. So menu name, I'll just call this Footer. And I did that wrong. Make that main menu again, please. Save menu. Come up here and say Create a New Menu and toggle on that. There we go. Now we can say Footer and Create Menu. And again, where do you want it to show up, and do you want to automatically put pages on this? I want it to be the footer menu, so I'm going to toggle that and save menu again. And on that, I will put my privacy menu or privacy policy. And that's the only thing I plan to put down there, so we'll save the menu. Okay, it put it down here right aligned next to the return to top link. And that's all there is to creating menus. So let's take a look at how we would change our header image. So if we come over to the left-hand side underneath Appearance and Menus, we can click on Header. And I did quickly create an image that would be big enough. If you need to know what size image you need, it tells you right here. Now remember, this 198 pixels is a setting that you can change in one of the Graphene option tabs. Likewise, we selected that we wanted the site to take up the whole 1400 pixel max that we're allowed, and that's what's driving that number now. So again, if you play with those settings and make the site take up less real estate, then it would change this number inside of here. So just know that this is not a fixed number. If you go out and make those changes, that would change this number inside of here. So I didn't create an image that is 1400 pixels wide by 198 pixels tall. And to upload it, I'm just going to choose File. And that'll take me to my hard drive. And I called it Graphene Header. I'm going to open that and click on Upload. Now, if you just had a photograph that you knew was much larger than this, that you want to crop an area out, you don't have to get fancy with trying to either go into Photoshop or into some other photo editor or Paint or whatever to get your picture just the right size. I mean, you can bring in one that is too big and then crop out the area of it that you need. And as you can see, even though I thought I made my image exactly the size I need it to be, it's actually just a little bit too big. So it's going to crop and publish. Now, my image says how to start a website 2.0, so I want to get rid of the text that is there. I no longer need that. And if I scroll down, come down to header text and uncheck the box that says show header text with your image, that will get rid of the text. So now if I save changes, that text is gone. If I come over to the website, scroll up, so I was at the bottom, and refresh, now I have just branded my site. Now the problem here is my header no longer behaves as a link back to my home page because I didn't set that setting. So I would either have to put home back in my navigation menu bar, or I would need to go back to the setting to make my entire image be the link. So let's go back to the dashboard. Now the other nice thing about this theme is, let's say you require every single one of your pages to show a different header. You can upload numerous headers, and then you could click on random, and then every time somebody would refresh a page or move to another page, it would pick a different header to show them each time. But that's basically it for how to change your header image. And we had already briefly played with the background. So if I went over to my dashboard, hovered over background and clicked, and that brought up the custom background. And again, this gray is the gray you see out to the sides of our content area. And if you wanted to change that to something else, again, you would just choose File and find something on your computer that you would want to upload. If it's an image instead of a gray tile, or just a small block that you would tile, you could position it to the left, center, or right. You could have it with no repeat. You could have a tile completely or only horizontally or only vertically. And then you have the option of making it either scroll or fixed when somebody scrolls down the side of the page. If you don't have an image to upload, you could just change it to a color. And if you know what hexadecimal color you want to use, you can put that in right there, or you can click the various colors and then grab the shade that you're looking for inside this box and then save your changes. So that's it. I mean, now we've gone through all of the settings. I didn't play with colors because blue happens to be, as you can see from my header image, that my site does have a blue to it. I mean, if this was going to be my actual site instead of just a demo site, I mean, I might go in and try to make these more in alignment with the blues that are going on up here. But this is not going to be my main site, so I'm not going to take that time to do that. But as you can see, with just a few videos, you're able to brand your site with the color scheme and the look and the feel and the functionality that you want it to have. The only thing that we haven't gone over yet is how to maneuver and manipulate these widgets around. I mean, I've kind of done it on the fly without really explaining what I'm doing or what's available. But I also want to get into how many widgets do you really need? Which ones are ones to use? Which ones should you probably steer clear of? And that's going to be a video all by itself. Which can satisfy both people that are using a free theme or a premium theme, because it functions the same way. Thank you for watching and listening to another session from How to Start a Website 2.0. This episode is just one of many available inside my online course. Register for free today at howtostartawebsite2.com/thevault.